All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we are taking a deep dive into AI autonomy.
Specifically in critical systems.
That's right. We've got a ton of research to go through today, expert opinions.
Real-world examples.
Exactly. So this is going to be a really interesting deep dive. So let's just get right into it.
Yeah, this isn't just some theoretical debate anymore.
Okay.
We're talking about AI making decisions that could directly impact our lives.
Exactly. Like self-driving cars.
Self-driving cars, navigating busy roads, or...
Even medical treatments being recommended by AI.
Yeah, it's happening right now.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
And, looking at all this research, one of the biggest arguments in favor of AI autonomy is efficiency and accuracy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. AI can just process so much data so quickly.
It's amazing.
Way faster than any human can. And they can see patterns we might not even notice.
Exactly.
Like one of the sources we looked at was a case study.
Okay.
About a financial algorithm that helped a company increase its ROI by 15%.
Wow, 15% just from an algorithm.
Just by using AI to kind of optimize their investment.
That's incredible.
Based on like all the market data.
Yeah, that's a really strong argument. And it's not just about speed, right?
Right.
It's also about getting rid of human error and bias.
Yeah, they say like AI can make more objective decisions.
Right.
Especially in fields where the stakes are really high, like healthcare or finance.
Like where a human might make an emotional decision, AI wouldn't.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think we even had an expert in one of these sources, Dr. Helen Nguyen, who's an expert in AI and healthcare.
Yeah.
And she was saying that AI can actually save lives.
Yeah, because it can make those split-second decisions that human doctors maybe would hesitate on.
Wow.
So there's no room for like emotions or fatigue.
Yeah. They're not tired. They're not having a bad day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a pretty powerful argument. But I have to admit, reading through all this research, some of the counter-arguments did give me pause.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there are a lot of critics who are really concerned about what could happen if we just hand over so much control to AI.
Exactly.
I mean, one of the biggest questions is whether an algorithm can really, truly understand complex situations.
Yeah, especially like human life.
Right. Like, can it really grasp all the nuances when human lives are at stake?
Like, can it put a value on human life, like in a self-driving car accident?
Exactly. And then who's accountable?
Right.
If the AI makes a mistake.
If there's an accident, is it the AI's fault? The programmer?
Yeah.
The user?
Right.
Yeah. These are really tough questions.
Yeah, and our legal systems and like ethical frameworks, we don't really have answers yet.
We're not there yet.
Professor Mark Reynolds, he's an ethicist, and he had a really good quote that kind of stuck with me. He said, "Giving too much autonomy to AI risks losing our moral compass in decision-making."
That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
So it seems like we have this trade-off. Yeah. Increased efficiency and accuracy, but then these potential ethical nightmares.
Totally.
And accountability problems.
Yeah.
And this isn't just a theoretical debate, right? This is happening now.
Right.
It's affecting people. And public opinion is super divided on this.
Yeah, it really is. One of the sources we looked at actually looked at social media.
Oh, interesting.
To see how people are reacting to this whole AI autonomy thing. And
that's what he's saying.
The hashtag A decisions is trending.
Okay.
And it's pretty divided.
Yeah.
Some people are really excited about how AI could make things safer and more efficient. And then others are really worried about losing that human oversight.
Right. Like we're at this crossroads.
Yeah, exactly.
And the decisions we make now are really going to affect the future.
Absolutely.
So what are the experts saying?
Well, we talked to a couple of really interesting people.
Okay.
One was Dr. Sylvia Patel.
Okay.
She's a big AI ethics researcher.
Okay, so she's thinking about the ethics of it all.
Exactly. And her view is that AI shouldn't be replacing humans.
Okay.
It should be helping us make better decisions.
It's more like a partnership.
Yeah, like AI provides information and support.
Okay.
But humans still make the final call.
I see. So it's more of a tool to use.
Right.
That makes sense. I think we also spoke to someone with a little bit more of a cautious view, right?
Yeah. We also talked to George Smith. He's a cybersecurity expert.
Okay.
And he's worried that even if we start with this partnership idea, we might become too reliant on AI.
Right.
And lose the ability to make our own judgments.
Oh, so we get so used to it.
Exactly.
We stop thinking for ourselves.
Right.
That's a really interesting point, almost like dehumanizing those choices.
Yeah, exactly.
And is this debate happening globally?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, our sources looked at how different parts of the world are approaching AI autonomy.
Okay.
Like in Europe, they're really focused on data privacy and ethics.
Right, right.
So they want strict rules in place to make sure that humans stay in control.
Okay. So they're being more cautious. What about like Silicon Valley?
Silicon Valley is all about innovation. They want to push the limits of what AI can do,
Yeah.
often with not as much regulation.
So less rules. So
Exactly.
Europe is more cautious, Silicon Valley's more gung-ho.
Yeah, kind
It's
of.
totally different visions for the future of AI.
Yeah.
So where do you think this is all going?
Yeah, it's a really big question.
A tough one.
How do we balance the good that AI can do with protecting, human values?
Right, and making sure we're not giving up too much control.
And these are really important decisions.
Absolutely, we're talking about life or death in some cases.
Exactly. It feels like the stakes have never been higher.
Yeah, it's true.
So where do we even begin?
Well, I think one of the things that was really emphasized in a lot of the sources we looked at
Yeah.
is transparency.
Okay, so being able to see what's going on.
Exactly. Like if AI is going to be making big decisions, we need to be able to understand how it's making those decisions.
Right, so we can't just trust it blindly.
Right. We need to be able to look under the hood, see how it works.
See the algorithms, see if there are any biases in there.
Yeah, because these are important decisions.
Right.
It's almost like we need everybody to understand at least the basics of AI.
Yeah, like a new kind of literacy.
Yeah.
And along with that transparency,
Uh-huh.
we also need accountability.
Okay, so if something goes wrong, who's responsible?
Exactly. Like if the AI messes up, who takes the blame? How do we prevent it from happening again?
Right. We can't just say, oh, the AI did it.
Exactly. There have to be consequences.
Just like with humans.
Right.
So we've talked about a lot today. The potential benefits, the risks.
The ethical issues, different global perspectives.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot to think about.
So what's the one big takeaway for our listeners today?
I think the most important thing is to stay informed.
Okay, how do we do that?
Read articles, listen to podcasts like this one,
Great.
go to conferences, talk about it online.
Right.
There are so many ways to learn about AI. And the more you know, the better equipped you'll be to have these important conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to, speak up. Ask those tough questions.
Absolutely.
Demand transparency.
Hold people accountable.
This is a big issue.
This is about society, not just technology.
And it's up to us to decide how we want to move forward with AI.
The future of AI is in our hands.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today.
Yeah.
But this has been a really great conversation.
Really fascinating to delve into all the complexities of AI autonomy.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear your thoughts too.
Yeah, leave a comment below.
Let us know your biggest takeaways. Do you think AI should be making these big decisions?
What are your thoughts?
And of course, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.